Welcome back to Living Local. As our loved ones age, you may be in a position to help them find the right senior living facility, and that is a big decision. So what elements do you look for when you're assessing these different senior living facilities? Well, we're here at New Perspective in Silvis to find out. I'm joined by Teresa Hamann. Thank you so much for letting us stop by, Teresa.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here.
So what's the history behind New Perspective?
This has a great story. We all started from the legacy of a lady named Betty. Our owners, Todd and Sherry Novacek. Betty is Sherry's mother. They wanted to find her a community that would help her maintain her active lifestyle with her groups that she was involved in, with her hobbies and interests, and she still wanted to learn things as seniors still want to do. And so in the time that she spent with them, they weren't able to find a community that would support that. So after her passing, to her legacy, they built it. And they built what is now New Perspective Senior Living.
Wow, it's such an incredible story as to how it led up to be what it is today. Now, when families are out there and they're looking for a place for their loved one, that is a big decision. And there are so many factors to consider. So let's start with, first off, the level of cleanliness. Why is that so important for people when they're looking for a place?
Top quality care in addition to hospitality. And so that's kind of the merriment that we work to provide here at the community. So cleanliness is a huge component of it because at the core we are providing healthcare services to our residents. As someone that's offering independent, assisted, and memory care here, you know, those healthcare services, cleanliness is important. So that's a huge component in a decision they're making.
And Teresa, I've been told that families should also visit during an activity. Why do you think that's important?
That's how you experience the community. This is going to be a real test drive when you're looking at how their day-to-day life will be. Go to an activity, something that interests them. Join a sewing club class or join live music if that's something that they're interested in. And so we always invite families and their loved ones to come and really look and experience those things.
All right, now I'm joined by one of the residents here at New Perspective. I am here with Pat. Thank you so much for sitting down with us, Pat. So what brought you here to New Perspective?
I had been exploring my options. I had actually visited several different places, including this. And I have a family member who works at Illini who called and strongly recommended it yet again. So I needed people around me, and this has just been perfect.
Wonderful. So what has the experience been like so far since you've been here?
I have enjoyed it greatly. I like all the food. I enjoy all of the activities that we have here. And I think what has helped me the most is the people who work here will do anything to make you feel more comfortable. I just think it's a wonderful place.
And what does a typical day look like for you, Pat?
What do I do in a typical
Yeah.
day? Well, I get up, come down here. I have always been an early riser. Come down here early, look at the newspaper, and just greet different people during the day here. And we have a lot of different activities centered around this area also.
What are some of your favorite activities you do?
We do crossword puzzles. I love crossword puzzles. We have crosswords on the big screens and just news of the day, that sort of thing, and just visiting with other people here.
That's wonderful. So after you get your day started, what does an afternoon look like for you?
After lunch, we just have a little quiet time, check up on the news of the day, and a lot of times we have bingo in the afternoon. That's always fun, just to get together with other people.
As I've been visiting here with some of the residents, I've heard nothing but amazing things about the food here. So why is it so important for families to visit and maybe even have a meal here?
Well, food is a fantastic way to really assess how you're going to love day-to-day life here, simply because everybody eats and nobody wants to eat terrible food for the rest of their life. Maybe nutrition was a concern at the house, and now they're looking to provide more nutritious meals. So our chef Matthew is actually an organic farmer, and he is able to provide really great farm-to-table menu for us. And so you know that your loved one's getting really nutritious meals that are also really delicious. So.
Oh, absolutely. And another really important factor is kind of to be aware of the behaviors of the staff when you're visiting a place like this. Why is that so valuable?
Because you have a team who is taking care of you, and when you see how the team members interact with one another, that's a reflection of how your care is going to be. We hear it time and time again from families that this is the best care that they have envisioned for their parents or their loved ones, and so when you see a team working cohesively together, you know you're going to get really great care.
Now I'm joined by resident Bob. You've been here about a year and a half at New Perspective, Bob. So what's your experience been like so far?
Well, I love it here. We have good food, we have plenty of activities, and a lot of friendly people, and a very good staff that go out of their way to make you comfortable.
So Bob, when you were assessing your different options, what about New Perspective stood out to you?
Well, first of all, the staff and the facility itself. Once I saw what was going to be my apartment, I didn't look anymore.
No brainer.
Yep.
Let's talk about the accommodations. I was speaking with Bob, one of your residents here, and he told me that when he saw, his apartment where he'd be living, it was a no-brainer for him. That's what kind of, hook, line, and sinkered him in here, and he's like, loves it. So what does that look like for residents? What options do they have for living quarters?
So we have studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. Some of them have washers and dryers in them, which is the main point for them, is that maybe they need a little bit of housekeeping, or maybe they need some meals because they don't like to cook for one anymore, but they're still able to do their own laundry. So really our philosophy, just as when we were, Todd and Sherry were taking care of Betty, was that whatever she's able to still do, we want to just facilitate that to maintain independence as long as possible. So if they're still able to do laundry, we want to put that laundry right in the apartment so they're able to do that.
That is really, really cool that you guys do that, because I think it is so important for people to continue to be active and, like you said, to just prolong that independence for as long as possible. Now, obviously, walking through the grounds is very important, and including outdoor areas as well. What do you guys have here?
Well, we have garden areas, we have a nice large patio, and we have lots of different clubs and activities that go walking, and we have different outings that folks do. So you're talking about a generation that really did a lot of homesteading. They did gardening, they did woodworking, they did a lot of these different types of things. So another component to that is maintaining those activities and hobbies and interests well into their retirement years and now into their senior years. So that's kind of what our focus is.
And Teresa, I understand that you guys just did some remodeling. So what improvements have been done?
Well, we did all new carpet, we did paint, we're doing light fixtures next. We have gorgeous portraits all around. Our 2 memory care communities, Betty's Harbor and Betty's Cottage in Legacy 2, our Betty that I spoke of before, have gotten all new furniture, especially our dining rooms, and our common areas got new furniture as well. So it's been a really neat kind of facelift, and everybody's really excited about it.
Yeah, and speaking of excitement, you have a very exciting event coming up. It's called the Refresh Celebration.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that.
So that is Thursday, April 25th from 4:30 to 7, and a lot of folks who are familiar with the legacy of our community is that we sit on the Semry Drive-In property. Now you and I are both way too young to remember the Semry, but they tell me all about it. Our residents tell me about it all the time, how they had their first date with their spouse in their little red Corvette here on the Semry Drive-In property. And so we want to pay homage to that. So we are serving a signature cocktail called the Semry Slush. And Matthew is creating a ton of really delicious food for us, nice heavy hors d'oeuvres to kind of get us in a festive mood. And then we also have Louis Knudsen and his bandmates performing for us. So it's going to be a really fun event.
That sounds like a blast. Who is the event for?
The event is for all of our residents and the general public as just a great thank you for everything that we have put them through while we've done the remodeling, as well as just to show it off to community members who have looked at it before and maybe want to experience us in a whole new way now.
And if someone's interested in learning more about New Perspective, how can they go about doing that?
You can go on our website, npseniorliving.com, or you can come right into the community. Just walk on in and we'd be happy to show you around. You can call directly and we just get something lined up if you need something to fit your schedule better.
All right, Teresa, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
New Perspective Senior Living is located at 1900 10th Street in Silvis. The Refresh Celebration will be Thursday, April 25th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. More Living Local continues after this.